just do this, have this discussion here. Good afternoon. Greetings. Good afternoon, everybody. Peace and blessings. Hope you all are wonderful. Just wanted to come on live here today, just briefly. We were hoping to have some of our guests up. We're experiencing some technical difficulties, but I certainly wanted to, just share just a little bit about what's going on with the Marilyn Mosby trial at this particular time. So I'm hoping that some of my brothers and sisters can hop on here. I'll post a link inside of this Facebook group and I'll give people a chance to come on. Uh, I hear somebody. Okay, who do we have? Who do we have? Brother Bill Gooden. I think I heard you here, brother. So, mic check. I heard something at first, but let's just keep it on. And you can do a check in there. Just interrupt me, Brother Bill, when you think you have, when you're connected, or Lou Fields or Tyrone may join me. But I posted the link. If anyone else has anything else to say, we're broadcasting live on our Raising Consciousness and Capital page, our Harambe Books page, our Teaching Honest Institute page, as well as our Hakish Kwame pages and Dr. Amos Wilson's group and the ADDI group. But I wanted to just share with everybody. Many of us have gone to trial uh, recently for former State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, and we just believe that some basic foundations could be done to support her work, support her family, but also just to address this case. And I'm gonna take some time until I get some others in that can add some inputs. I sincerely thought that some of our legal minds could have been present for the case. Uh, Perhaps some law students should have been present, or should have, sent some law students or some professors of law. Many who perhaps have gone to school with Marilyn or some of her previous instructors could have really attempted to dissect this case and to look for different points that we, for instance, as laymen, may not necessarily know. So that's neither here or there now, but that certainly should have been, part of our strategy. But we're asking for everyone to meet us on Friday, February the 16th at 9:15 to 9:30, 9:15 to 9:30. We hope to leave at 9:30 at 2100 North Monroe Street at Shiloh Church. New Shiloh. Is that New Shiloh? Shiloh. Uh, but I'll definitely give out a contact information number for those that desire to come. There will be a bus departing there, and I'll find out when it's going to return. But we believe it's going to be perhaps for the whole day. But the particular case may not be necessarily a whole day, but it is a hearing to ask for a dismissal based upon several things that were not allowed during the trial that we feel that violated uh, the, I'm not going to call it a gag order, but particularly what was reported is that the the there was something in the courtroom where one of the security officers mentioned, or perhaps may have persuaded individuals at the court building, and you're not supposed to do that. So I'm not sure if, for instance, this would be a cause for acquittal or for a mistrial or a retrying of the case. I'm not sure which what is the what the legal manifestations of what that would look like in terms of how if the jury had been tainted. So that's what we want for those that have looked at this, and for those of us who have been in this case, and I've heard it from several different lawyers, not just lawyers, but also mortgage individuals. And if for those that sat in during the trial, one of the things that we got out of it is that there are many people that actually, was there somebody coming on? There are many people that actually do similar things. For instance, they, you know, a mortgage broker ask them, tell them, request of them to sign a particular document, and you don't necessarily, you're trying to get things done within a certain amount of time. There are dozens of papers, maybe, close to 40, 50 papers that you have to sign and read. Uh, and if, for instance, if you are a busy person and you're trying to get things done, you are trusting your broker, you're trusting the real estate agent, if you will, to advise you properly or to, at a minimum, not do anything to jeopardize your freedom. So, with that being said, I recall, I mean, unless you're a seasoned real estate investor, you may not be thinking that deeply. And ultimately, my understanding is that, and just having conversations with a lot of people, and this is why having real estate investors present, real estate experts present, and we did have one present that shared that he populated the document and just perhaps told Marilyn to sign here. And another key point that was made is that Nick Mosby actually had the money in his account, and the sending of the $5,000 was just extra. It was just, just in case was the term that Marilyn used to describe in case, because you have to go to closing within a certain time, or you could lose, a day or two could be like the difference between you securing a property and not. So, with that being said, the bottom line is, from what I'm hearing, and there was a lawyer actually in the court, something like this is generally handled with a fine. It's ultimately it was her money, and when you look at all the particular cases, something similar, my understanding is that there are hundreds of cases like this that never see a trial, never see a federal trial, never have this many lawyers spending hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to prosecute a particular individual. Okay, Bill. Mic check, you up, Bill? I don't know if you can hear. Trying to get Bill good and on. So, spending this amount of money instead of de escalating it to a civil penalty for early withdrawal or something is, it's preposterous in my understanding and my experience, what little experience I have with observing this. But somebody sent me something the other day about Montgomery County, and there was a dentist that embezzled something like $80 million, and they only got like 90 days in prison. And so, well, they got some time, and it came out to 90 days is like all of which they will serve. Everything else was suspended 5 years, and you know, something like 90 days is what they would end up having to do. So, Brother Bill Gooden, can you hear me? I see your face, but I'm not sure. Gosh, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna have to go back and fix this. I'm gonna have to. It may be in my. Uh, it may be in my. Not my settings, but may have to get on a laptop next time to make it happen. So we're gonna double back and do this again. But I want to just encourage everyone to consider coming out to Greenbelt, Maryland. The address 6500. Uh, shoot, let me find that address. 60. Just for those that are interested, just reach out to me. It's the Greenbelt Federal Court, 6500 Cherry Hill Road. I've gone down there several times over the past 2-3 weeks, so I should know it. But every week I Google it. Every day I Google it just to be sure and see which direction I want to take to get there. But I just want to encourage everybody. Definitely this Friday, February 16th, meet us at Shiloh Church, 2100 North Monroe Street. We definitely appreciate the support. We will have a 57 passenger bus that will be taking individuals from Baltimore to Greenbelt and back. So free bus, but of course donations. For those that wish to contribute to our sister, we're working on that to have a third-party institution that will go directly to her. So not giving money to any of us, but you know, our sister has done tremendous work for myself and teaching us to by going with us last year on the Freedom Rides, and so I've known both Nick and Marilyn for 20 something years, and so my thought is just to send someone to prison, to threaten to send someone to prison. Many lawyers, real estate persons, investors, there should be a level of collective outrage or a collective desires to be aware that this is happening. And if it can happen in this case, well, what or will it happen in other cases? So that's the interesting question, because, and I just want to hear some more experienced people who have done this type of thing, and even uh, people who have had to pay fines, for instance, for doing something similar. So, or pay the money back, pay your fine, pay 10%, whatever, different types of penalties and interest that you know uh, that they suggest. But according to the paperwork, according to the charge, it was more so the gift of $5,000. So now we really gonna try to send somebody to prison for $5,000 for who knows how long. So I just don't think that that's a good way to spend money, but spend the government's money. But I don't know, like, why. Well, I'm saying I do know why this is happening, and I just wanted to mention during the trial, the defense attorney mentioned about. She said we want to paint a full picture of this, right? A full picture, not just you X this box and you sign here. Uh, that can give one side of a particular case. That definitely can. So They're working on that. Someone asked where can we give donations to Maryland, and I did speak to her, but you know, I wanted to defer because they wanted to direct it directly to an account at Harbor Bank. So that's being worked on very soon. Very soon, if it's not set up thus far, but it's definitely being worked on. I hope that today someone will, have something, an account number or a Zelle. Well, she does have a Zelle account, so I mean that's doable. But we just want to ensure that everything is done ethical and legally. I don't want to personally accept any money on her behalf, of course, but I know if somebody has something, please, or somebody know of people. Uh, definitely will if they ready to give, will like I said, I do have her Zelle information and she would definitely accept it, and it's legal to do that. So, and it's just funny that now we thinking about, like, can I give money to such and such? Can I do this? Can I do that? When it's your money, like, and you got to think about, like, how do I set this up and give money to our sister? Like, it's just strange. It's just awkward that I think, and I'm just curious, like, all of the what do they call, not the sovereign citizens, the one that they're not conservatives, but they oh man, it's another political group. They use the what's the one from Kentucky and his father, the Paul. I'm trying to think of these senators that were from Kentucky, the one that ran for president, but they're always talking about government intervening into people's lives and into people's uh, individuals' life. And that's why I'm saying this is like a government overreach. And I'm just curious, where is the level of intellectual support on this? And I'm hoping that now that this case has come out, that individuals will come and hear the full scope. As my brother Bill Gooden says, just because someone is convicted of by a jury doesn't mean that they committed a crime, a crime that's deserving of prison time. Like, so that's beginning to be a question, and as well as the whole, her disbarment or suspension. So I did talk to a lawyer, just in those regards, and so we have some people, for those who may not know, that's working on her case, because now they're ratcheting up their desire to suspend her license and possibly disbar. But just a FYI, a disbarment does not or may not mean that you are disbarred forever. And so there have been people who have got disbarred, but they are allowed to practice again. So I don't want to hold up, but next time we're gonna come back, maybe do this again one more time, and hopefully my laptop will be up. My battery is running dead as well. So, but definitely want to thank our sister. Let me thank a few people: Sister Sheena, Tyrone, Lou, uh, Brother Smitty. Uh, let's see, Leo. Who else has gone down and will go down? Let me see. Let me check you, Bill. Let me see if you can get on. Let me see if you can get on, my brother. All right. If not, it must be on my. It must be on me. Must be on my phone. But I'm hoping anybody can hear me. But I think Lou Fields heard me. But I'm hoping that everybody else can hear me. But let's see. Let's see. And Sister Attorney Natasha Kess, NAACP executive director. She's been very supportive of Maryland, and the state NAACP has been quite supportive, as well as Baltimore, NAN chapters. the different Baltimore NAN organizations that have supported former state's attorney. So, and I went to New York, and Reverend Al Sharpton is aware of this now. And matter of fact, shoot, I can't hear him today because other shows I should have tried to hear him on 1450. But so if any of you are got time, definitely call in on his show and pump this up. Let's get more people down there. But pretty much we've done what we can on the Carl Nelson show, and that reaches a pretty significant audience. And so we definitely are good. We're definitely good. People, different forces are coming from D.C. and Prince George's County, so we appreciate them for coming together and standing up for our sister. So this is not just a Baltimore issue, and it's not just for those people who say that this is for the activists. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Somebody should kept said they saying they tried to get off on half an hour. It's all good. I don't know what's going on, but we're just gonna keep it moving. Keep it moving. We did our duty. Tried to share this and spread the word, but definitely come on out this Friday 9:15. Definitely reach out to me. Leave your number or inbox me. Hakeem Shakur me. 410-209-9687. I'll give you the other brother's number so that you can let us know that you're coming. We want to have some accountability. It's on a first come first serve basis, just so everybody know. So we will stay for a couple minutes, but we want to get there. We got to get there by 10:30, so we can't stick around waiting on people. So it's more important for us to get there and show our support. So we're going with the army we have, not the army we want. So all right. So thank you all for joining in. Peace and blessings. We'll talk to you all soon. We out.